CS will be the lecturer and discuss how divine love erases suffering from our lives. His talk will be entitled A New View of God and Its Effects on Well-Being. Register now. cstalks.org/Ocala-Hockley. Again, cstalks.org/Ocala-Hockley.
It's Monday. Not sure how you did it, but you actually survived an entire 2 days without hearing from Tom. Good job to you. And once again, good luck.
Good Monday morning. Welcome to Ocala Talks. Some house cleaning measures here. I'm going to tell you about the 2021 Easter Bunny. He's going to arrive at the Paddock Mall March 4th. That's this week. He'll be here through April 4th. He'll be here every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, except for St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day is a Wednesday, but he will be here on that day as well. His times range from 4 to 7, 4 to 8, 2 to 6, and 1 to 4, all in the p.m. There's many different packages available. There's a wall crawl option for selfies. So a lot going on. The Easter Bunny is back at the Paddock Mall with a brand new set. Of course, you know it's going to be socially distanced. There's going to be stations where you can have sanitizer. It'll be open to the public. This year they've revamped their photo option. They offer pictures with the Easter Bunny as well as a wall crawl photo cell for selfie lovers out there. The times are, again, Thursday through Sunday, and they range from 4 to 7 p.m. all the way to 1 to 4 p.m. on Sundays, except for March 17th, which is St. Patrick's Day. They'll be open that day as well. March 20th during that time is the Hide and Peep Egg Hunt. That's on Saturday, March 20th at the Paddock Mall from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Limited spots are available, so you got to reserve your ticket for the Hide and Peep Egg Hunt. Go to eventbrite.com/Hide Peep Egg Hunts tickets. It's $25 per child, 12 and under. That includes the egg hunt, bunny ears, Easter egg hunt bag, 1 4x6 print, and digital download with the Easter Bunny and a photo wall crawl. Parents are free. Any children over 12 are free to attend but cannot participate in the egg hunt. So this event will take place before the mall opens. That way they will ensure proper social distancing. March 23rd, you'll have Cute as a Bunny Crafts, and that's for toddlers and their families. That's from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Easter set. Bring your little bunny to the Easter Kids X event on Tuesday, March 23rd from 10 to 11. So spaces are limited to ensure proper social distancing. This event is for children 5 and under. It only costs $5. That includes Easter crafts plus an egg hunt with eggs based on the age group. The Easter Bunny will be available for pictures for purchase. This is a great opportunity to skip the Easter Bunny line and visit him before the mall opens for a more intimate experience. They also have those tickets at Eventbrite, Cute as a Bunny craft tickets. So remember, the Paddock Mall, the public safety is their top priority for all events, and face coverings are highly encouraged. So that's up to the latest on when the Easter Bunny will be here at the Paddock Mall. I was here at the mall on Saturday. They were putting the set together in front of Macy's. Sat there and watched for a few minutes as they were constructing that. A lot goes into these sets. A lot more than I realized goes into making these sets. You know, the Santa set was amazing. The Easter set will be the same, I'm sure. Hey, remember last year I told you about a shooting where a woman asked, her woman and her husband's place had been burglarized. They thought they saw the person who had burglarized them. A couple days later, she asked what his name was. He said Michael, and she shot him. Well, and then it came out that she had shot the wrong Michael. She had shot Michael Hofaker instead of Michael John Beach. Well, now she says the woman accused in the bizarre mistaken identity shooting, she's in court now for her trial, and Jennifer Hill says she wasn't mistaken at all on that fateful night. She knew at the time the man she shot was not Michael Beach, the person who had burglarized her home. She said she shot in self-defense and should be immune from prosecution under Florida's, wait for it, Stand Your Ground law. There was a Zoom hearing on last week. Hill said she knew the man she shot was not Beach. She told the court that she thought the man she knew Beach could tell her where to find him. As you all know, she's charged with second-degree murder of the death of Michael Hofacker in November. She's being represented by a Tallahassee lawyer, and he said his client should not be charged with murder because she was acting in self-defense. Before the shooting, as we said, Hill's home had been burglarized. Deputies apprehended Bo Pulsifer, also of Silver Springs, in connection with the break-in. Pulsifer pointed the finger at Beach as a participant in the burglary. At issue in the murder case is what happened after the burglary, but before the arrests were made. As we reported back in November, Hill and her husband, Corey, were searching their property. They said they found a truck along a roadway. There they were allegedly confronted by Beach, who supposedly robbed them, and he had a gun, according to the couple. The Hills called deputies. They were arrived, but Beach had fled by then. A warrant was put out for Beach's arrest. Now, as you all know, a few days later, Jennifer Hill was driving down 314A out in the forest. She saw people walking on the side of the road. She told the person that she was with, "Stop the vehicle. There's the guy who robbed my house." The vehicle approached a man and woman. Hill asked for the man's name. He said, "Mike." Deputies say Hill shot her then. Authorities think Hill believed the man to be Beach and shot him in the case of mistaken identity. That's not what she said during the hearing on Thursday, though. Hill said, "I'm not mistaken," and Hofaker had a gun in his hand. She said she removed the gun from her purse, cocked it, and shot the victim. She got out of the vehicle and kicked the gun from Hofaker's hand. She said there was a second man at the location. She believes he may have taken the victim's gun and ran away because no weapon was recovered at the scene. Hofaker had no gun on him, and no weapon was found at the scene. Brian Avon, who is the attorney prosecuting this case, asked Hill's daughter, Kerrigan Bailey, about her mother's gun. Bailey said, "Mom's always got her gun in her purse." She denied telling Kirsten Day to tell deputies that Hofaker had a gun. When Day was questioned, she said Bailey told her to say the victim had a gun. Day said Hofaker actually did not have a firearm or any other weapon. Now, ironically, this is because we live in a small town. Ironically, a few hours earlier, Hofaker's brother, Christopher, testified for the state in another Stand Your Ground hearing. He was witness to a shooting where the landlord is saying he stood his ground after fatally shooting a tenant. Now, whether Dr. Heather Gage is a medical examiner for the state. The district attorney asked her if Mike Hofaker, who was killed by Jennifer Hill in a case of mistaken identity, but she says now it was not. He was armed and she was standing her ground. Dr. Heather Gage was asked if Hofaker had drugs in his system at the time of the death. She said yes, there were several drugs, including methamphetamine. Asked if the drugs could have affected the victim's behavior, the doctor said, "There's no way I can make that determination. I wasn't there to see how the drugs were affecting him." So this case took a weird turn by Jennifer Hill saying, "Nope, he had a gun and I was doing it in self-defense." Now, the woman that was with Mike Hofaker that night, Christina Welch, said Hofaker didn't have a rifle, didn't have a weapon. She said they were fishing and just waiting on a ride. Welch says she does remember being stopped earlier because officials were looking for Beach. Now, Buck, when questioning Christina Welch, asked did she see Hofaker do any drugs? She said not on the day that he was shot, that she was with him. Anthony Totti, The circuit court judge says he'll review all materials pertaining to the case, make a decision on whether Hill should be immune from prosecution. Now, if you're wondering how stand your ground applies here, according to Florida law, a person is allowed to use deadly force if he or she reasonably believes that using or threatening to use such force is necessary to prevent imminent death or great bodily harm to himself or herself or another, or to prevent the imminent commission of a forcible felony. The statute goes on to say, a person who uses or threatens to use deadly force in accordance with this subsection does not have a duty to retreat and has the right to stand his or her ground if the person using or threatening to use the deadly force is not engaged in a criminal activity and is in a place where he or she has the right to be. Now, as we know, burglary charges against Beach have been dropped in the case of where he allegedly burglarized the Hills home. And the prosecutor said that's because it's lack of communication from the defendant in this case, Jennifer Hill. They've decided they don't have enough evidence because the Hills aren't participating in the prosecution of the burglary. So this is a messed up triangle of death and robbery, burglary and death and shooting that is playing out in the Marion County court systems now. That's a new twist, that she says now he had a gun and she's got a witness that said he saw a gun. She saw a gun, but it's her daughter. The woman with the victim in this murder or this mistaken identity shooting, however you want to look at it. The girl with him said he didn't have a gun. Another girl said that she was told by the defendant's daughter to say he had a gun, but she said he didn't have a gun. So we're going to see how the judge rules on this. But this is one of those sticky situations where stand your ground. If he had a weapon, then stand your ground probably applies. So now the question is there enough evidence that he did or did not have a weapon? As you know, Dennis Baxley was the author of the Stand Your Ground law, Senator Dennis Baxley of Ocala. So this is another court case that's going to play out in the Marion County court system that just makes it where, for all the bad we say about lawyers and all, when they have to go in and work on cases like this, where it's the story twists and turns at every avenue, man, I don't want to do that. I wouldn't want to do their job. I promise you that. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap up hour number 1 of Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt. 622-9622 is the number if you want to get involved. 622-9622 is the number if you would like to be a part of the program today. This is Ocala Talks on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA. The source.
Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.